Welcome back to my channel.
Be so emotionally unavailable it makes people curious. The power of emotional control. The magnetic mystery. There's something hauntingly beautiful about a person who doesn't rush. They don't chase attention. They don't fill every silence. They simply exist, calm, grounded, and untouchable. You've seen them before. The kind of person who can walk into a room and shift the energy without saying a single word. You can't read them, and that makes you curious. This is the power of emotional control, the quiet confidence that doesn't need to prove itself. It's not arrogance. It's not coldness. It's peace. Deep, unwavering peace that others can feel but can't quite define. Today, we're going to talk about how to cultivate that kind of calm. The kind of calm that makes people wonder what's going on in your mind. The kind of calm that makes chaos uncomfortable in your presence. Emotional detachment is not coldness. Let's start with something people often misunderstand: emotional detachment. Detachment isn't about not caring. It's about caring without collapsing. You can still love deeply, still feel deeply, and still stay grounded. The key is to stop giving every emotion full control over your behavior. Think of it this way: you can acknowledge your emotions without surrendering to them. When you feel angry, instead of reacting, you pause. When you feel anxious, instead of spiraling, you breathe. When you feel ignored, instead of chasing, you observe. This isn't weakness, it's emotional maturity. You start to realize, not every situation deserves your energy. The moment you learn that, you free yourself. You stop explaining, you stop chasing, you stop proving. You simply exist in your power, silently. That silence, that stillness, makes people curious. Because everyone else is loud, reactive, dramatic. But you stay calm, and that calmness makes them uneasy. The pause of power. The pause is your greatest power. When someone throws an insult, pause. When life throws chaos, pause. When emotions rise, pause. That pause separates reaction from reflection. It's in that small gap, that quiet second, where all your strength lives. People often think silence means weakness. But silence is a statement. It says, I don't need to react to be powerful. In arguments, silence disarms. In conversations, silence commands attention. In chaos, silence becomes your protection. Try this: the next time someone expects a quick reaction, don't give it. Just breathe. Think. Let the silence stretch. You'll see how quickly they start to fill the space with their own insecurity. You don't need to fight for control, calmness is control. Protecting your energy field. Your peace is sacred. Guard it like a secret. Start paying attention to the people and environments that constantly drain you. Do you feel lighter or heavier after talking to someone? Does your mind feel calm or cluttered after being somewhere? If it doesn't bring peace, it doesn't deserve space. You don't owe anyone constant access to you, not emotionally, not mentally, not spiritually. Some people love your energy so much, they drain it without realizing. And if you don't learn to protect your peace, you'll wake up one day exhausted, burnt out, and resentful. Boundaries aren't about cutting people off. They're about teaching others how to treat you. It's not selfish, it's self-respect. The moment you start saying no to chaos, you start saying yes to calm. The art of not explaining. One of the most underrated forms of confidence is not explaining yourself. You don't need to justify your silence. You don't need to over-explain your choices. You don't need to convince anyone that your boundaries are valid. The more you explain, the less mysterious you become. And mystery is powerful, because it creates curiosity. When you pull your energy back, people notice. When you stop oversharing, people lean in. When you stop chasing, people start wondering. You teach the world how to treat you, not through words, but through your energy. Next time you feel the urge to over-explain, stop. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, they don't need to understand. I understand. Because peace doesn't beg to be understood. Peace just is. Reflection, not reaction. Being emotionally unavailable doesn't mean being emotionally numb. It means being emotionally *intelligent. You still feel everything, you just process it privately. When you're upset, write it down. When you're angry, move your body, take a walk, hit the gym, clean your room, paint something. Energy doesn't disappear, it transforms. So you transform your pain into power, your frustration into focus, your heartbreak into healing. Journaling, meditation, or even just sitting quietly for 10 minutes a day can change everything. It's in stillness that you meet your true self, the part of you that doesn't panic, doesn't chase, doesn't need validation. The more you sit with yourself, the less you need the world to fill your emptiness. That's when you stop being emotionally reactive and start being emotionally magnetic. The aura of calm. There's a quiet kind of power that can't be faked. It's the energy of someone who's seen chaos and chosen calm. Who's felt pain and still chosen peace? Who's been misunderstood but no longer seeks validation? Be that person. Be so calm that drama avoids you. Be so emotionally steady that people question their own chaos in your silence. Be so peaceful that you make noise uncomfortable. Because when you master emotional control, you don't just attract respect. You attract peace, confidence, and mystery. And in a world full of noise, the calm one always stands out. Mastering the art of emotional minimalism. In a world overflowing with noise, less is power. The less you react, the less you reveal, the less you depend, the more magnetic you become. Emotional minimalism isn't about avoiding feelings. It's about decluttering them. Removing the unnecessary reactions. Removing the extra explanations. Removing the "what will they think of me" thoughts. When you eliminate emotional clutter, your mind becomes clearer. Your presence becomes stronger. And your energy becomes impossible to ignore. People feel your calm before you even speak. Because minimalism in emotion creates maximum impact in presence. When you stop chasing, everything changes. There is a shift that happens the moment you stop chasing. Not just people, but outcomes, approval, validation. Chasing is loud. Chasing is unstable. Chasing tells the world that you don't see your own worth. But the moment you lean back, the moment you stop overinvesting in people who underinvest in you, the moment you give your energy nowhere but inward, you become untouchable. Your silence becomes your boundary. Your distance becomes your clarity. Your calm becomes your message. People start noticing your absence. Your energy becomes rare, and anything rare becomes valuable. True strength doesn't always look like boldness. Sometimes it looks like a woman sitting quietly, unbothered. Choosing peace instead of proving a point. Emotional strength means not replying out of anger. Not reacting out of insecurity. Not explaining out of fear. Not lowering your standards to be liked. Not abandoning yourself to keep someone else comfortable. Strength is choosing self-control when chaos tries to pull you in. Strength is choosing grace when ego wants revenge. Strength is saying, I don't need to win this argument. I've already won by being calm. That kind of strength is rare. And rare things always create curiosity. Become a safe space for yourself. The calmest people aren't calm because life is easy. They're calm because they learn to become a safe space for themselves. When your world gets loud,